What if everything you believed about sex after 60 was completely wrong? Most people assume that intimacy fades with age, that it's natural, inevitable, and simply something you accept. But that's a myth. The truth is, your 60s can be some of the most fulfilling years of your intimate life, if you know what to do. The problem? Most people are making silent mistakes in their health, their mindset, and their relationships that are quietly killing their intimacy without them even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's really happening to your body after 60, what the science actually says, and the simple truths that can transform your health and your relationship. This isn't about fear. This is about freedom and taking back something that is still very much yours. So stay with me to the end of this video, because what you're about to learn could change everything. Now, these are 7 truths you need to know about sex after 60. Let's get into it. Truth number 1, your body changes, but it doesn't stop. Here's the first thing you need to understand. After 60, your body goes through real, measurable changes. For women, estrogen levels drop significantly after menopause, which can cause vaginal dryness, reduced elasticity, and a slower arousal response. For men, testosterone gradually declines, affecting libido, erection quality, and stamina. But here is what most people get wrong. They treat these changes as a full stop. They don't. They are a comma. The mistake seniors make here is assuming that because something feels different, it must be over. They stop initiating. They stop communicating with their partner. They pull away emotionally and physically. And that withdrawal creates a cycle that is far more damaging than the hormonal change itself. The science tells a different story. A landmark study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that more than 73% of adults aged 57 to 64 reported being sexually active, and a significant number remained active well into their 70s. Dr. Stacy Tesler-Lindow, the lead researcher, concluded that sexual activity in older adults is far more common than society acknowledges, and that staying sexually active is directly linked to better physical and mental health outcomes. The solution is not to fight your body. It is to understand it, adapt to it, and work with it. Talk to your doctor. Explore what your body needs now, because what it needs at 62 is not what it needed at 32, and that is perfectly fine. Truth number 2, intimacy is a health issue, not just a lifestyle choice. This is where things get serious, and I need you to pay close attention. Sexual intimacy after 60 is not just about pleasure. It is directly connected to your cardiovascular health, your immune function, your mental health, and even how long you live. Research published in the American Journal of Cardiology found that men who had sex twice a week or more had a significantly lower risk of heart disease compared to those who were sexually inactive. Another study from the British Medical Journal followed men over a decade and found that frequent sexual activity was associated with reduced mortality risk. For women, research from the University of California found that satisfying sexual activity was linked to lower blood pressure, reduced stress hormones, and better sleep quality, all of which are critical health factors after 60. The mistake people make here is separating their intimate life from their health conversations. They will tell their doctor about their cholesterol, their blood pressure, their joints, but they will not mention that their intimate life has completely shut down, and that silence cost them. The scientifically proven solution is to bring intimacy into your health plan. Oxytocin, the hormone released during physical intimacy and touch, reduces cortisol, lowers inflammation, and strengthens your immune response. Dr. Mehmet Oz has publicly stated that regular intimacy is one of the most underutilized health tools available to older adults. It is free, it is natural, and it works. Truth number 3. Medication and health conditions are silently affecting your intimacy. Nobody talks about this enough, and it is one of the most common reasons seniors experience a sudden decline in their intimate lives, without understanding why. Many medications commonly prescribed after 60 have direct side effects on sexual function. Antidepressants, beta blockers used for heart conditions, diuretics, and even some antihistamines can significantly reduce libido, cause erectile dysfunction, or interfere with arousal in women. The mistake is suffering in silence. Seniors feel embarrassed to connect their medication to their intimate health, so they assume something is permanently wrong with them and they give up. A review published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine confirmed that medication-induced sexual dysfunction is widely underreported and undertreated in adults over 60, primarily because neither the patient nor the physician raises a topic during consultations. The solution is direct, and it is available to you right now. Have the conversation with your doctor. Ask specifically, could any of my current medications be affecting my libido or sexual function? In many cases, a dosage adjustment or an alternative medication can make a profound difference. You are not stuck. You are simply uninformed, and now you are not. Truth number 4, emotional disconnection is the real intimacy killer. Let's be honest about something that rarely gets said out loud. For many couples over 60, the biggest barrier to intimacy is not physical at all. It is emotional. Years of unresolved conflict, unspoken resentment, routine disconnection, and the quiet drift that happens when two people stop truly seeing each other. That is what shuts down intimacy more than any hormonal shift ever could. The mistake couples make is waiting for the physical desire to return on its own while neglecting the emotional foundation entirely. They coexist. They share a home, meals, and routines, but they have stopped being curious about each other. They have stopped being tender. And without emotional safety, physical desire cannot survive. Dr. John Gottman, one of the world's leading relationship researchers, has spent over 4 decades studying couples. His research consistently shows that emotional intimacy, what he calls turning towards your partner in small daily moments, is the single greatest predictor of long-term relationship and sexual satisfaction. It is not grand gestures. It is consistent, intentional presence. The proven solution is to rebuild the emotional bridge before you worry about the physical one. This means daily intentional connection, a real conversation, a lingering touch, genuine curiosity about your partner's inner world. Couples therapy, even after decades of marriage, has shown remarkable results in restoring intimacy for adults over 60. There is no shame in it. There is only opportunity. Truth number 5, physical fitness directly determines your intimate health. Your body is a connected system. What happens in the gym or on the walking trail or in a yoga class has a direct and measurable impact on your intimate life. Low physical activity after 60 contributes to poor circulation, reduced hormone production, weakened pelvic floor muscles, low energy, and negative body image, every single one of which affects sexual function and desire. The mistake seniors make is believing that slowing down physically is just a natural part of aging that cannot be changed. They accept stiffness, fatigue, and low stamina as permanent fixtures of their life, not understanding that consistent, moderate exercise can reverse many of these effects. Research from the Harvard Men's Health Watch found that men who exercise vigorously for just 20 to 30 minutes, 3 times per week, reported significantly better erectile function than sedentary men of the same age. For women, a study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that pelvic floor exercises, specifically Kegel exercises, dramatically improve sexual sensation, arousal, and satisfaction in women over 60. The solution is movement, consistent, sustainable movement. You do not need to run marathons. A 30-minute brisk walk daily, combined with light strength training and targeted pelvic floor exercises, can transform your intimate health within weeks. Dr. Irwin Goldstein, a leading sexual medicine specialist, states plainly that physical fitness is one of the most powerful natural treatments for sexual dysfunction in older adults. Truth number 6, your mind is your most powerful sexual organ. This truth might surprise you, but the research is unambiguous. After 60, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and negative body image become some of the most significant contributors to sexual dysfunction, and they are almost entirely ignored in mainstream conversations about senior health. The mistake people make is focusing exclusively on the physical, the hormones, the medications, the physiology, while completely overlooking the psychological dimension. Men worry about performance. Women struggle with body confidence after years of cultural messaging that equates desirability with youth. Both carry shame about wanting intimacy at their age, because society has told them, in 1,000 subtle ways, that desire expires. It does not. A study published in Archives of Sexual Behavior found that psychological well-being was a stronger predictor of sexual satisfaction in adults over 60 than physical health alone. The mind sets the stage for everything else. The proven solution begins with dismantling the internal narrative. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, has strong clinical evidence for treating sexual anxiety and performance-related concerns in older adults. Mindfulness practices have also shown measurable improvements in sexual satisfaction by helping individuals stay present rather than anxious. And simply talking openly, without shame, with your partner about fears and desires creates the psychological safety that allows intimacy to flourish again. You are not too old. You are not past your prime. You are in a different chapter, and every chapter has its own kind of beauty. Truth number 7. The conversation you are not having could save your relationship and your health. We have arrived at the final truth, and it is perhaps the most important one of all. The single greatest obstacle to healthy intimacy after 60 is silence. Silence between partners who have stopped communicating their needs. Silence in the doctor's office where the topic never comes up. Silence in communities where aging and sexuality are treated as mutually exclusive. Silence inside individuals who feel that wanting intimacy at their age is somehow inappropriate or embarrassing, and that silence is killing relationships, damaging health, and stealing joy from people who deserve to thrive. The mistake is waiting for the perfect moment to have the conversation. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Research from the journals of gerontology found that older adults who reported open sexual communication with their partners had significantly higher levels of relationship satisfaction, emotional well-being, and overall life satisfaction compared to those who did not. The act of speaking, honestly, vulnerably, without judgment, is itself therapeutic. The solution is to start talking. Talk to your partner tonight. Not about problems, but about possibilities. Talk to your doctor at your next appointment. Seek out a therapist or counselor if there are barriers too heavy to carry alone. Read, research, and stay informed, because knowledge is the antidote to shame. Your intimate life after 60 does not have to be a fading memory. With the right information, the right conversations, and the right mindset, it can be something you actively, joyfully, and healthily participate in for decades to come. Here is what I want you to take away from everything we have covered today. Your 60s, your 70s, these are not the end of your story. They are a continuation of it. And the quality of that story, the depth of your relationships, the vitality of your health, the fullness of your joy, is still very much in your hands. The 7 truths we explored today are not just facts. They are invitations. An invitation to have a conversation you have been avoiding. An invitation to see your doctor with a new kind of honesty. An invitation to reach for your partner not out of habit, but out of genuine intention. An invitation to treat your intimate health with the same seriousness and attention you give to every other part of your well-being. Because the research is clear, the experts agree, and your body, your heart, and your relationship are all waiting for you to act on what you now know. If this video gave you something valuable, a new perspective, a piece of information, a moment of reassurance, then do one thing for me right now. Hit that subscribe button, because there is so much more where this came from: real conversations, real science, and real guidance for living your best life after 60. And drop a comment below and tell me, what city are you watching from? I read every single one, and I would love to know where in the world this message is reaching you. You are not alone in this, and you are never too old to thrive.